Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the human body. Have you ever actually stopped to wonder how you're able to see the world around you? Well, this glowing beam of light is about to unlock a literal universe of complexity, and it's happening right inside your own head. Just think about this for a second. Every single face you recognize, every book you read, every sunrise, every sunset, every smile, it all begins with something you can never actually catch with your hands, a tiny microscopic beam of light. Okay, so let's dive right into this. For this explainer, I want you to hold on tight because we're shrinking down way smaller than a grain of sand. We're going to accelerate toward one of the most extraordinary organs you own, your eye. We'll be following a single ray of light as it travels through it in real time. Ready? Let's go. So our journey starts the very moment light bounces off an object around you. Whether it's your phone, a flower, or the face of someone you love, light reflects from that object and just races toward your eye at an absolutely incredible speed. Let's travel right alongside this golden ray. All right, the very first structure our light beam hits is the cornea. You can kind of think of the cornea as your eye's crystal clear front window. It's there to protect the really delicate structures inside, while also bending or refracting incoming light so it starts moving in exactly the right direction. Now here's what's really fascinating about this. It's what's missing. Look closely at these cells. Unlike almost every other part of your body, the cornea contains absolutely no blood vessels. Zero. Instead, it gets much of the oxygen it needs directly from the air around you, every single time your eyes are open. Isn't that wild? And that incredible lack of blood vessels is exactly why blinking is so crucial. On average, you blink about 15 to 20 times every single minute. And like a massive tidal wave, each blink spreads this thin, nutrient-rich layer of tears right across the cornea. It washes away dust, keeps the surface perfectly smooth, and basically helps you see clearly without you ever even having to think about it. Okay, let's keep moving inward. As our beam of light continues its journey, pushing straight through that clear cornea, it reaches this massive, cavernous opening, that dark circle right in the middle of your eye. Yep, this is the pupil. So, a really crucial point to understand here is that even though it looks like a black dot when you look in the mirror, the pupil isn't actually a physical structure at all. It's literally just a hole. It's an opening that allows light to enter your eye. And surrounding it is this incredibly textured, canyon-like tissue called the iris. This is the part that gives your eyes their own unique color. Inside the iris, there are these tiny muscles that constantly adjust the size of the pupil. Step outside into bright sunlight, and the pupil instantly becomes smaller to protect your eye from way too much light. But walk into a dark room, and it dramatically expands, trying to let as much light as possible enter. It's honestly like a beautifully engineered camera aperture. So passing right through the pupil, we hit one of the most amazing parts of our journey, the lens. Notice how it subtly pulses and shifts? Well, that's because unlike the rigid glass lens inside your smartphone camera, your eye's lens is completely alive. If you look really closely at the tiny microscopic threads attached to it, you'll see tiny muscles constantly changing its shape. When you look at something up close, the lens becomes thicker. Look off into the distance, and it becomes thinner. These little adjustments happen automatically every single second of your life, pulling and shifting to help keep the world in perfect focus. We're moving super fast now. Passing through the lens and the clear gel inside, our beam of light finally reaches its destination, the retina. As this vast landscape lights up, it's helpful to think of this thin layer lining the back of your eyeball as a living movie screen. But instead of projecting pictures, it actually captures light. Let's plunge right into this dense cellular forest. Packed within the retina are more than 120 million rod cells and around 6 million cone cells. Just take a second to appreciate the sheer scale of the microscopic metropolis we're navigating right now. It's mind-blowing. So, what exactly do all these cells do? Well, the rods, sparking in those dim blue hues, help you see in low light and detect movement. They're your night vision experts. The cones, on the other hand, flashing in all those vivid colors, they allow you to see sharp details and millions of beautiful, distinct colors. Working together, these remarkable cells pull off an absolutely incredible transformation. Watch what happens the second the light hits them. They capture that physical light ray and instantly, like magic, convert it into tiny, brilliant electrical signals. And now something even more amazing happens. Those electrical signals actually leave the eye through a massive biological highway called the optic nerve, and they race directly toward your brain. I mean, just look at those glowing neural pathways firing in rapid sequence. Now, this brings us to a huge turning point in our explainer. See, most people think we see with our eyes, but that's not exactly true. Look at how the visual cortex lights up here. Your eyes just collect the information. It's your brain that actually creates vision. To prove this, let's jump back to the retina for a second. The image that actually forms on the back of your eye, it's completely upside down. Yet your incredible brain instantly interprets that raw, upside-down data, flips it right side up, and lets you experience the world exactly as it should be. And get this, it's even more surprising. If we zoom into this gap, you'll see that every single eye has a small blind spot. This physical gap is exactly where the optic nerve leaves the retina. And because that nerve is taking up space, there are absolutely no light-detecting cells in that tiny area. None. So you're probably wondering, why don't you constantly notice a black hole in your vision? Well, it's because your brain quietly steps in and fills in the missing information using everything around it. Your brain is seamlessly stitching together the puzzle pieces to create a complete, unbroken picture, and you don't even realize it's happening. Now, wrap your head around this timeline. All of this, everything we just talked about, happens in less than a fraction of a second. From the literal moment light enters your eye to the exact moment your brain understands what you're looking at, billions of tiny processes are working together in perfect harmony. It is staggeringly fast. So the next time you're out admiring a beautiful sunset, or maybe just reading a text message, or looking into the eyes of someone you care about, take a little moment to appreciate the extraordinary microscopic journey taking place right inside your own body. Every image you see begins as nothing more than light, and in an instant, your eyes and your brain transform it into the colorful, vivid world you experience every single day. The human body is full of these incredible stories, and this explainer really just scratched the surface of one of them. Uncovering the science happening inside you every single day is exactly what we love to do here. So I'll leave you with this final thought. If something this unimaginably complex happens just to let you see a smile or a sunset, what other incredible science is happening inside you right now?